All right, what's going on, guys? This is day one of our performance boot camp. If you want to re-practice these, spending time with them each and every week, great. If you weren't able to make it and you need a recap, we are going to go over these exercises quick. First things first, these first three exercises are leg raises. Front leg raises, side leg raises, and inside leg raises. 2 rounds through on each side, 45 seconds per each. 2 rounds through, 45 seconds each. First exercise we have are leg raises. The idea is to move through the hip joint without moving your hips, without letting your hips tilt front to back. Her knee is locked out, toes are pulled towards your shin. Remind yourself of that over and over for every single one of these exercises. On that same side, you'll go ahead and roll it over to your side. That same leg that was raising will do the leg raising for this top leg, outside leg raises. Again, toes pulled towards your shin, knee is locked out, but this time heel leads the way up. So Elena, go up all the way, all the way, all the way, and look, she rotates. I don't want you to rotate. Make sure the outside of your hips working. We're moving through the hip joint, working to strengthen the knee here as well. For the third one are inside leg raises. You're going to get that top leg out the way. Again, we're working the same side for all three of these. Bottom leg, toes are pulled towards your shin, knee is locked out, raising just slow and controlled as high as you can raise it. The idea is to only move through the hip joint without letting anything else move. That is set number 1, 2 times through on each side, 45 seconds each. Number 2, we will start out on your back. Bridges are your first one. Engage upper back, engage your core, but a 90-degree in both knees, lifting your hips up, tapping your hips down. Nice and slow, working the hamstring or the glutes and the hamstrings. Glutes are primary on this one. You're working through your hip extensors. Number 2 of this set, you are up to your feet, squats. There's a ton of different ways to do squats. We will go over all the different variations, but for today, I want feet a little bit wider than shoulder width, weight driving through the heels, squatting down as low as you can with a straight spine, standing up tall. Turn to the side for me. Her back is straight, her upper back is engaged, abs are tight. Again, moving through the hip joint, not moving the hips too much, moving through the knee here as well. And then exercise number 3, we'll do it on one side for 45 seconds and then the other side, drop lunges. So one leg steps back, the front leg basically doing a squat. So go ahead, shoulders stay over hips, hips stay over that back knee, keeping about shoulder width distance apart. We're not all the way out. We're not in a tightrope together yet. Challenging your balance, driving through that front heel, and then you'll switch up the legs. So set number 2, we have bridges, we have squats, we have lunge drops on one side. We'll do the same thing on the other side and repeat. Set number 3 are wall sits. Basically, you're going to find a wall. We'll turn the camera. We'll adjust it. Find a spot on the wall. We're sitting there at a 90 degrees in your knees. Head and shoulders are back up against the wall, and you're just sitting there holding still. That's exercise number 1. Number 2, you're going to come down to a tabletop position for fire hydrant. So turn to the side for this one. Yeah, good angle, good angle. Knees stay in line, hips stay in line with each other. One leg goes out to the side just a little bit. Again, her knees are still in line. Go all the way up. Go. We don't want that. Her knees are not in line. Her hips are not in line. We want to make sure everything works evenly together. You're working on control as well as engaging the outside of your hips. And then third one on this side are donkey kicks. Driving that heel towards the sky. Pause right there. Keeping about a straight line from her knee to her hip to her head. Everything's in good alignment. Now give me a real bad one. This next one, her back is going to arch. And really what the arching is a tilting of the hips. That's one of the big things that we're drilling here on day 1 are the tilting of the hips, or instead the lack of tilting of the hips. We did it on one side, both sides. We did the other side. So wall sit, fire hydrants, donkey kicks, fire hydrant other side, donkey kick other side, and then repeat. And then set number 4. Set number 4, lateral lunges. We will alternate this one. Side lunge, pulse. Go to the bottom. Standing leg is staying straight, foot is planted. Let that heel peel up or foot peel up. This is what happens often. We're not building the stability and mobility of the ankle. Keep that foot planted. Bend that knee a little bit. This is what happens all the time. We're adding stress to the inside of that knee, and we're training your knee for bad posture if you're doing this to tear an ACL. Keep that knee straight for this movement, and then standing up, alternating those sides back and forth. Hips travel back, spine stays straight. So only 2 exercises for that one, and repeat. And then we did a cardio finisher. We did a reaction drill. We're not going to do a reaction here on the video. Instead, find a way to get your heart rate up. Maybe go for a half-mile run, a quarter-mile run, working on sprints, jumping jacks, whatever it is to get your heart rate up and challenge that cardio. So to recap, this is day 1 for performance training. It's good to go back and practice these. If you missed, make sure you take your time working your hips for this day 1. We'll see you in a moment on day 2.